Green Day is back and better than ever. For the next hour, we'll hear about the new album, the new song, and more. Plus, we've got some classic videos lined up, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey, I'm hanging out with Green Day. We're talking about their latest record, 21st Century Breakdown. Gentlemen, welcome. It's awesome to see you, and congrats on the fabulous record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone. The record is fantastic. It is beautiful. And I just want to ask, following this massive tour of the hit record American Idiot, how do you go in and start a new album with a clean slate?
Oh, the first thing you do, I think you just allow yourself to try to have as much time as you possibly can and just to, I don't know, let the songs kind of naturally evolve. So when we started off with a song, a song called Mass Hysteria, which is half of a song called American Eulogy now. So we, I don't know, we just went back in and started writing songs, and, you know, we knew there was going to be pressure, and we just decided just to go for it, you know.
I heard a story about spinning drum heads with moods written on them in the recording studio.
There was, we had, what, genres, era, and, I guess moods, different ones.
Trey wrote a song, a polka song. It was about a Japanese subway.
Of course. You just spun out, and you would literally spin the records and, like, pick a mood?
Yeah, and, like, Billy did, like, a psychedelic, like, then hardcore song at the same time. It was...
Yeah, I think the idea is just to keep writing. You know, if you got nothing, well then, if someone goes, I got nothing today, go spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Go do something. You know, and it's just believing in the process and keeping active. You know.
Where did the title 21st Century Breakdown come from?
Wrote a song called 21st Century Breakdown. It was just kind of one of the songs that were, you know, it was easy to write. You know, it took like less than 5 minutes. Opposed to other songs that took like 2 years or something to write. And I think that was a song that we noticed later that started to kind of embody like a theme of everything else that was going on in the record. You know, songs like 21 Guns and Peacemaker and East Jesus Nowhere. It all just kind of ended up like it's kind of like, wow, this is, you know, and it could be looked at like you know, like a sort of a nervous breakdown or a financial breakdown, or, you know, or just like a breakdown of ideas. So it just seemed like a broad statement, you know.
I think they're all happening right now.
I think, yeah. It's nonstop. Yeah.
Sadly. Now, who did the artwork? This is awesome.
Chris Billheimer, who did the artwork for like our last 4 or 5 records.
Okay.
He did American Idiot, he did Warning, he did Shenanigans, he did Nimrod.
He's great because no matter how hard we push him, he'll always come back with something that's that much closer to what we're looking for.
Yeah,
you know, and we push him really hard.
he sprayed everything. You know, he had, you know, these giant stencils that were out, and like some were done in Athens, Georgia. Somewhere.
Los Angeles, and where else did he do some?
Oakland.
Oakland. And we, we wanted to create artwork throughout the entire, record for each song that would, you know, just kind of add more to, just give you more to get into, you know. And street art's always been something we've really liked.
Coming up. Now, you said the record is linear, it all connects, and you mentioned, you know, you found themes and looking at the songs. Was that intentional, or was it a happy accident with writing this album?
I think it was a happy accident. You know, I mean, we wanted to do something ambitious, and we wanted to, you know, raise the bar higher than we've ever gone before. It's just, the hard part is like, okay, you're ambitious, and you want to climb the mountain of creativity, but, you know, the hard part is actually doing it. So sitting down with the lyrics, we just started noticing, you know, the characters started coming up, like Gloria, who I think is like the main character, and then there's Christian. So, you know, Gloria is someone that's kind of wants to be more self-empowered, you know, just a good person, or holding on to punk rock or beliefs or whatever, where Christian was more a nihilist, and he wants to sort of burn everything down, you know.
Were the characters influenced by literal people, events, or, you know, like the spinning drumheads, moods?
I think it was, you know, anything and everything you can, you know, but I mean, most of everything is personal experience, you know. I mean, it could just be a yin and yang to anybody's personality, you know, schizophrenic or whatever, you know.
Now, the album is divided into 3 acts, and right now American Idiot is being, you know, the musical is happening, it's being tested on the West Coast. Is that something that you're going to move towards more? Like, was it intentional to make it almost like a play, like a musical, like a, for lack of a term, concept or arc?
You know, there was so much material that we were in love with, that I think that we were like, we didn't really want to throw anything out, you know, and but also we wanted to make sure that, you know, like when we looked at the lyrics, like that there was the themes were coming up, you know, like heroes and cons, charlatans and saints, and horseshoes and hand grenades. So I mean, we were just and how the songs were developing and how they were threading into each other, you know. So I mean, I don't mean it could be a, you know, a 3-part film or something.
We love big, scary ideas.
It's a bit of, you know, kind of a bit of two things. You know, one, it's easier to get your head around the record when you can look at it. You know, on the back of a CD, there's not a whole lot of understand. You just see a list of 18 songs, and it's a little bit like, whoa. When it's broken down a little bit, I think it's easier to get your head around it. And for us, you know, we come from a vinyl culture. You know, and like we started off putting out vinyl, and I just think it's really important for us to, in a digital era, we really wanted to put as much into, you know, artwork and every bit of this as you can via the click of a button, I guess. I don't know.
Will there be a vinyl for this record?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Triple 10-inch vinyl.
Triple 10-inch and also a double vinyl.
Okay.
So
Gatefold,
big gatefold. There's gonna be a big like thing that's gonna come out.
I too grew up in the vinyl collector, trying to hold on to all the 7 inches culture. So thank you for keeping that going.
Hey, the batteries will never go out on your on your vinyl.
Now, for the first time in your career, you switched producers, and you went with Butch Vig. What was that like, and what prompted that decision?
Butch has always been like he's been sort of on our short list of producers that we've always wanted to work with, and you know, we've always admired him in everything he's done. You know, ever. I mean, I remember playing with Killdozer, which was an old band that he produced a long time ago, and you know, of course Nirvana, and of course Garbage, and you know, Smashing Pumpkins. So he was, you know, we met him, and he was, you know, we knew he was more than capable, but you know, he's a really cool guy, and you know, he kind of brought, you know, kind of helped us corral the ideas and brought in like a good sense of calm and class, and just he's an artist, you know.
He's really great. He had a wonderful line about Nirvana, saying that Nirvana was just all about finding the pop songs. And was that a reason to go with Butch as well?
I don't know. I think for us it was just he just wanted to hear good songs for sure. You know, I mean, it was that's what it came down to. And I think that at that point I think we had written like 45 songs or something like that, and we were just kind of, you know, our heads were spinning. We were kind of losing our minds in a good way. But he was the guy that kind of brought. He's like, you know, everything is great. You know, it's like really let's make it like something that's epic. And we're like, yeah, that's what we want to do too. You know.
How does a band with a producer, Butch Vig, anyone, wean down 45 songs to an album? Because there are a lot of tracks on this record in particular.
Well, some of them were polka songs about Japanese subways.
Of course.
I think
But songs.
Yeah, I mean, I think at one point when we had accumulated what we thought was probably enough songs, we rented out a small studio space down in Southern California and went into it just to kind of demo the songs a bit, and then me and Trey always know about a third to half of what Billy's singing, but we're not, we're so in the mode, we're not going, hey, what's this? He sat down and we read out all the lyrics, and we started to see themes and correlations happening from song to song, and it just seemed to make sense. And 17 of the songs ended up working out to be on the record. And then towards the end of the recording process, Billy wrote a song called Murder City, and we just had to put that on there too. So
I tend to mumble a lot, so they don't really know what the.
When you're writing,
no one knows what the lead singer is.
Sorry, what? How does Green Day know when a song is finished? How do you know when to put that period on the end of a tune?
It kind of starts out as an idea, maybe like a very basic idea, like it's all different. Like Know Your Enemy was written in 5 minutes. The first half of 21st Century Breakdown was written in like 5 minutes. But what you do is like so it was like this simple ditty, But then we had this other part that was like this sort of Irish drinking part, that's like, that comes in.
It's very important.
Yes. And so, but when you just start thinking, oh my God, these are in the same keys, you can actually make these, you just start to geek out and nerd out on them. And then all of a sudden you end up with a song that was a minute and 30 seconds, and all of a sudden it's like a 5 minute epic. So it's all different.
How is the American Idiot musical going?